Alright everybody, Swiss 00 is back. It's the return of Swiss 001 indeed. I have stayed locked in since last night, tried everything I could, and I got the Microsoft Flight Simulator to work. And you know, when the Microsoft Flight Simulator only irreliably works, it's a very Sisyphean progress because it seems to crash out of random reasons that you cannot really explain. It doesn't really make sense when the flight simulator doesn't work. Driver issues, okay. Download new drivers. Get new drivers going. Okay. Doesn't work. And nothing worked here, until I discovered that I could flash and update my BIOS of my motherboard. I have a MSI Mag Tomahawk. It's not a steak, but it's a motherboard, and I updated that. Hello, Arthur and James from Australia land. Can I troll you again? No, please no. I updated the BIOS of my motherboard, and that actually fixed in all the issues. Sometimes it can be worth it to lock in. No, generally, this was such a frustrating progress, which is why I kind of crashed out over my past live streams, and I apologize for about that because yeah, I mean, the Microsoft Flights in 2020 is my life. Like, what am I supposed to do, make videos on? Infinite Flight? When the Microsoft Flight Simulator just doesn't work anymore? And now it finally works. I stayed locked in, and we have the Microsoft Flight Simulator working. Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. I'm gonna have some water. So everybody, after 3 days nearly of release, I mean the plane came out on Friday, I think. After 3 days of release, we're finally able to have a first look, a first flight on the new $120 737, and it actually reliably works. And look, this plane is on. This is great. We can have a look at what the most expensive Microsoft Flight Sim add-on gives you. Yes, the CSS, Commercial Simulation Systems 737, a new level of training. And I really want to make this stream just to have a first look with you guys generally before I make a video about this plane. I want to have a look at first flight just to see what can I make a video about. Like, is this $120 airplane price worth it? And I mean, come on, I said this in my last live stream, this new $120 airplane. I think they, artificially raised the price on the one-time purchase so that people subscribe to it for $5 a month. I must say, though, the developers were so nice and actually gave me an unlimited copy for free because of my issues. They were just seeing me rage, and they were like, okay, we're just going to give you unlimited to apologize for all the issues. Yes, even on launch, this add-on had lots of problems, but now we're here, and this plane works reliably. Welcome aboard the 737. Speak German or I troll? No. The 737-500. Let's have a look at it and maybe just start it up first. I just want to have a look at it. Turn on the battery here. Wonderful. That works. And what I do have to say, first impression, sound is not bad. We've got some beep from the battery. Let's turn on the APU now. We should probably also turn on some of the fuel pumps. This is definitely a high-class add-on. I mean, yes, we expect that for the most expensive add-on in the world. I mean, look, we've got the graphics seem quite good. I am streaming in 1440p, I think, so you can kind of see what I'm seeing, right, in terms of the texturing. It is really not bad whatsoever. So here we are turning on the APU, which takes a bit of a while. If you don't do that, none of the systems turn on. We've got the EGT of the APU turning on. That is quite realistic, and we hear the APU turn on as well. And we can hear it definitely from the outside. Let's see if we've got some exhaust gases that we can, no, not gases, but yeah, well, exhaust temperature showing. Not really, there is no animation of it. Like, we can't see any distortedness. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, the APU should be ready here soon. APU generator, let's wait for that to turn on. I like this plane already. I mean, we've got some wear and tear look on it, so not bad. But come on, let's be honest. Compare this plane to other planes that are $120. I mean, the only plane that actually tops this is this airplane for X-Plane, the Challenger 650 by Hotstart. And that one was crazy. You might want to watch a video about that I made. It's crazy to have APUs. They have FBOs. They have FBOs simulated. and all that stuff. And this plane, so it has to really be top notch to be $120. And well, so far right now, it is not really. I guess the $120 price includes also the 737-300, the 400, and the 500. So far, we only have the 500, and it's not completed yet. For example, the circuit breakers don't work, as far as I know. So they don't work, which is a bit of a shame for $120. I mean, compare this to the Phoenix, which is how much? $60 at most? I think it's less than $60. You know, that has circuit breakers and stuff, and it has ridiculous stuff. But let's maybe, before we fly this plane, have a little bit of a look here. We have a crash out axe. We can open the cockpit door like that, and we can close it as well as it seems. Good. Here is the cabin, which looks like a normal cabin, normal 737-500 cabin. You know, this plane, after all, is relatively small compared to what we now know from the Max. It doesn't have winglets and all that. And it doesn't have a very luxurious cabin or anything. These seats, you know, they're not the newest, but hey, it's fine. Lufthansa, by the way, back when 737 was operated by Lufthansa, that isn't a thing anymore. What else do we have? We have a cattle. Just trying to check out now, what kind of gimmicks do we have? Because, like, at this point, we're talking $120 for an add-on. I expect quite a lot of gimmicks here. So, let's see. No smoking in lavatory. Let's go ahead and open the lavatory. Can we close it again here from the inside? Yes, we can. We have got no mirror. Let's see if the lavatory is usable. Yes, it is. We've got a flush. And it flushes. But to be honest, nowadays, a flushing toilet, since I fly Max 737, I fly 737 Max, you know, it's kind of a standard, right? So that is okay. Now, lots of people on the forums are thinking, okay, we've now turned on the APU, we've now got electricity running in our system, but why don't the screens work? It's because the brightness is set till 0. I gotta check out where the brightness settings are. So here's the brightness setting for example, the autopilot, the panel light. That is on now. Let's turn on the AFDS flood. See if that helps. Hasn't turned on this. Let's maybe see. Okay, I think here's the brightness for the FMC. Look at that. The FMC, which still, of course, is a CRT screen. No LCD, no OLED. No, CRT screen, and that is on. We've got the engine instruments on. And I don't know if you're able to tell this. I just wanted to have a look. Can you see? I don't know. Are you guys able to tell this? Please confirm it to me. You might not be able to on stream. But this screen seems to be shaking a little bit. Like, at least the digits here. The measure seems to be shaking a little bit. Can you guys tell that? Or am I absolutely dumb? Or am I like having sort of a epilepsy or like a tremor thing? It looks like it's shaking a little bit, which I don't know if that's on purpose, because CRT screens, if you film them with a camera, they shake. Like, if you were to film a 737 cockpit with CRT screens, it shakes. And oh yeah, you can definitely tell it here on this one as well. Like, if you go out, like, it shakes a little bit. Can you see that here? Let's measure. No, it's just you. Yes, I see it. Okay, good. It's a TAA bug. Well, either it is on purpose or it is not. It's kind of gives you the feeling of you're filming it, because genuinely, if you film with a camera, most of the time it looks like this. Anyway, in order to turn on these screens right here, we have these buttons here. So that is that brightness. Great. That turns on the primary flight display brightness, and then we've got the map brightness here. Turn that on as well. That is very important for our CRT screen map. As you can see, that is working on this side and on that side. Let's turn on the first officer side too. So, you know, I mean, I think they just wanted to, when you start off this plane cold and dark, the screens are automatically turned to off. Like that, 0 brightness. Maybe because they just want to flex that you have the option to set that. You know what I mean? So, wonderful. Let's go ahead now and turn on the flood lights and the panel brightness lights. Oh yeah, perfect. That turns on the communications panel lights. Very, very nice. Look, hey, this is working. Beautiful. So APU Gen is on. Yes, it is on. Yes, and so we've got both screens working. Let's go ahead and align this airplane now. So set that to nav. Wonderful. I'm just kind of trying to see what this airplane can do. Let's go and use the EFB, which, you know, it's funny because it has solitaire on it. I wish we could, like, gamble on it, too. Like, can you imagine, like, a gambling 737? Come on. Yes. Look at that. Yes. Oh, solitaire. We've got Google Solitaire. Okay, difficulty, easy and hard. Got Spider Solitaire. Don't know what Spider Solitaire is. Why would you need solitaire on this thing? I don't know. We've got spades. Never played spades. Oh, and we've got ads for hemorrhoid cream. I'm not kidding. We've got Google ads in an airplane in Big 2025. For hemorrhoid. Great. Okay, great. Alright, SimBrief, we've got... Okay. Right. So, let's see. So this is a gambleable EFB question mark. Let's turn on the brightness on this stuff here too. Let's set our position here for the INS to work. Now let's go and initialize this flight soon. Yeah, I don't know. Swiss is selling. Yeah, this is just, this is great. Great. So this is fine. Let's see. I would quite like to initialize this flight. Can we just pull the 0 fuel weight here, or do we have to do that manually? Seems like we have to do that manually. Why does the screen keep turning back off? All right, aircraft options. No, we don't want that. We want ground ops, where we can close or open the doors. Let's maybe see how good that looks. See, this is kind of like a first look flight. Look at that. Okay. Okay, now this has the CFM56 engine, which is sort of nice. And fuel truck. I can't get that to work. Load. Let's check out loads here. So we want the passengers to... Oh, we can fill the seats manually. Oh, that's kind of fun. Look, we can do that. Fill in the seats here. Maybe make it... Do we have to do that? Oh my god. Come on. Oh, do we have to do that manually? Like add people in that's like a boarding process here. Let's fill up the plane to the brim. Come on. Good. More people. Please. How many people can fit in the 737-500? 132. That's very low. Alright, a little bit of cargo here. Nice. Nice. Some cargo. Oh my god. Why do we have to do that by the 10 digits? Jesus Christ. Come on. Ah, I can just hold it. Alright, I can just hold it. Cargo, maybe like a few tons. We don't need lots and lots of fuel, to be honest. Great. Alright, something like that. Beautiful, and that's very simple. You can synchronize this, of course, with SimBrief, but I haven't done so. Let's go ahead and turn this into instant and to start, and there we go. Loading completed. And so we've got all these digits here. Let's go ahead and use our 0 fuel weight, which is 451, so 45,000. 451. I hope that's the right... thing. 0 fuel weight 45. Okay, fuel 75. Yep, that is pretty much making sense. Great. Reserves 0. I don't care about reserves. Cost index. Of course, I've got a flight plan filed. We have a little bit of a challenging flight ahead of us. Here on SimBrief, I've planned something to Lugano. We're kind of stress testing the ILS then. Cost index will be 54. Pretty low. Okay, great. And our cruise flight will be 19,000 feet. For some reason, I'm going to trip here, which makes no sense. We've got 19,000 feet. Let's go ahead and set up 19,000 feet. Like that. Oh, like that. 19,000 feet. Great. But we still haven't... That's a performance initialization, but we need the route initialization first, of course, as well. Set that to Lowy. Yeah, so this is definitely a custom FMC, but, you know, this is... I keep forgetting this is a $120 airplane. Do you know what I mean? Do you know? 001. Jesus Christ, you guys are... These donations, these chats are just, you guys are absolutely brain rot. All right, LSZA, which is Lugano, activate. Perfecto. Let's go and set up route. So we've got that runway. We want the runway 08. Wonderful. Runway 08. Beautiful. Departure. Because we selected runway 08 already, but we needed the Bren to Juliet departure, which is right there. Should be right there. Perfect. Look at that. And so yeah, we're making progress here on this plane. I don't like how the dude, WinZip. You know, WinZip is like one of those like unpopular people in class you don't really want to talk to, but they like keep showing up, but you kind of try to be nice to them because they, no one wants to talk to them. Is that relatable? But they're kind of nice. No, this guy's not nice. Everyone hates him for a reason. WinZip, stop. All right, great. Anyway. Some water. All right. So, let's take a look. We want to talk to ATC, of course. We've got the same intentions. Back up. So we need the Navigraph. Definitely the Navigraph software to be running. Yes, everybody. Good news. I have managed to get the flight simulator to actually run and not crash because I updated my BIOS, which is great. And I really apologize for the past few weeks of streaming. They have been a mess. Nothing's really ever been working. It's just been a big problem. But now it works. And if this thing crashes, I'm going to totally crash out. Because we've been here. This is working fine. Let's go ahead. Come on. Can we get... Oh, come on, Simlink. There we go. Now it's working. This is our flight from Austria land to Italian land. Now, live weather is turned on. Right now, it's pretty hot in Europe. And there's lots of static electricity being created from high and low pressure weather. Meaning, we've got lots of thunderstorms. Alright, want to be smart. Okay. Let's listen into ATIS, see if that works. You know, we're really just testing this airplane and seeing how well it works. It's a bit of a shame, though, that they haven't been able to bring this airplane with a failure system yet. You know, this plane is supposed to have a failure system, just like Phoenix and, any builds. It's starting to become... I like how a failure system is starting to become, a standard. Now, something that is a standard on this plane when it's delivered is that the kilohertz selector is, like, only in poor steps. We need to set that up in the EFB. I hope we can do that, though. So aircraft options, and then applications, EFB software configuration. There you go. Override aircraft configuration. The channel spacing, which sucks. We don't want that. So 1, 2. That should work now. Nope. Oh, that's odd. Hello. General. No. Huh? That's really odd. Look, the frequency is 030, and I can't set that. Oh, no, I can. All right, now it's working. Let's see if we can listen to it to see if it works.
Formation Foxtrot.
Yes, Foxtrot.
09er50 Zulu. Wind 355 at 3. Visibility 6.
Okay.
Sky conditions. Broken at 1000 feet. Temperature 21. Dew point 11. QNH 1019er. Density altitude 2900 feet. Transition level 105. Arriving and departing runway 26. Advise on course heading, altitude, and
we're using the other runway than planned. That's fine. All right. So sort of a situation report. We're using the other runway that we've planned. So say intentions. ATC will give us runway 26. But that's okay. All right. So let's set up our barrow right now, just so that we've got that going. So here it is. Look at that instrument here. Barrow 1019er. Come on. Oh, that takes a bit of a while to set up. Jesus. Come on. 1019er. Oh, beautiful. And by the way, what I found funny was caging the backup instrument, the backup artificial horizon. Look at how it looks like. Whoa! Oh, never mind. Oh, yesterday was a little bit weird. Like, when I tried the airplane for the first time, we crashed out a little bit, but now it seems to work okay. Beautiful. So, I thought there was flooding at QLD. What do you mean like QLD? Oh, you mean the place QLD? All right. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to which I think only we have tower. We have only tower. All right. 120.1. So let's do that. Beautiful. And let's see where we are. We're on some sort of spot here. Don't know where though. Does it have any numbering on it? No, we don't. Okay. Anyway, Innsbruck Tower, good day. Lufthansa 001737 with information. Foxtrot, request IFR clearance to Lugano. We probably hear a German accent because they've redone the accents now.
Lufthansa 001, clear to Lugano via the iPort departure. Maintain 4,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.975, squawk 7,000.
Squawk 7,000? Oh, this is a VFR. No. Ah, this is fun. All right, let's go and start a new flight. I said it understood the wrong thing. My microphone is too far away. Either way, let's try that again. Sorry. Try Sky on Fire in 1940. It has great crash fittings and a few World War II planes. Okay, I might want to try that. Okay, let's go and try to contact the German lady again. Or the Austrian lady again. Come on. So let's go and already note down. So they gave us a VFR departure, which is pretty dumb. All right. So we want to write down 128.975 because that is the departure frequency. And then we've got the procedures for the runway 26, which will be somewhere here. I don't know which one though. We will check that out in a sec. Come on, say intentions restart. I did that poorly. Is the Ebuild 1850 finally worth buying? I don't know. I think I should check it out. They just came up with a new update where they redid the failures of some sort. They now have like a better GPS jamming failure, whatever that means now. I don't want to start a new flight. Okay, Innsbruck Tower, Lufthansa 001. We've got information Foxtrot. Request IFR clearance to Lugano. Not IPART. Whatever IPART is. Imagine those sim crashes now. Dude, I would so crash out. Alright, perfect. Now it works. Sorry, guys. That took a bit longer than I expected. Something that I find a bit odd, by the way. Just wanted to mention that. Where is the door of the cargo hold?
Lufthansa 001, information Foxtrot is current. Clear to Lugano via the Rattenberg 3 X-ray departure runway 26. Initial climb to 2,000 feet. Departure on 128.975, squawk 2425.
Okay, perfect. Alright. The Rattenberg 1 Romeo or 3 X-ray? Ah, okay. Information Foxtrot clear current. Clear to Lugano via the Rattenberg 3 X-ray departure. Departure runway 26. Initial climb 2,000 feet. Departure on 128.975, squawk 2425. Lufthansa 001. Sorry, that took a bit of a while. Okay, perfect. Now I do really wonder, where does the cargo hold go? Is it like one of those doors that actually slide out?
001. Read back correct.
Okay, read back correct. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and close the cargo door and see what that looks like in terms of the animation. Okay, opens like inside. Alright, that makes sense. I thought, where did it disappear? Now, what do we think about the modeling of this plane? I think it looks a little bit odd. Has the plane always been this pointy? I mean, the 737 has
boarding has started and the first passengers are aboard the plane.
Look, can you see that?
Welcome aboard Lufthansa Flight 4 Sierra Bravo from the fabulous land of Austria to the stunning shores of Switzerland. Yay! Please take your seats according to your passes. And remember to stow
I like the enthusiasm here. Alright, let's check out our route again. We kind of want to change that. We want to change it to runway 26. So, but that's no trouble. We can just quickly do that. Runway 26 here, and come on.
And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at SI_Georgina. I'll be at the FS Expo on June 28th and 29th in Providence.
Hey, I'll be too!
Selfie with me.
I'll be at the FS Expo too! Wait, am I gonna meet Georgina on the FS Expo? Great! Oh, everybody! Whoa! We just crashed. I was able to just crash. I was able to freeze the FMC. Ha! I frozen the FMC. Maybe. Look, it's not working. So I think maybe this thing takes as long to look. This probably has a computer of an Apple Watch. So it takes a while to load this now. Look, the FMC is stuck. Alright, now it's selected it. That's very interesting though. I feel like I've been able to crash the FMC now. Very interesting. Now we want to set the fuel weight to 40 or 0 fuel weight. Cost index is, yes, again 51, as previously entered in. Sir, 51. Okay, 19,000 feet. No, 19,000 feet. Yes. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, we've got now our departure here, and we can see that on thy map, as I hope. Right, departure here. Yes, that is good. Should be fine. Got the Rattenberg, which means Rat Mountain. Rat Mountain. So here we zoom out here on the HSI.
All aircraft information Golf is now current. QNH 1019er.
Okay, thank you, lady. Okay, so what this is here, not bad. I want to do something which I very much enjoy doing, and you find this pretty cool too. Let's set up the performance. By the way, I'm pretty sure these images here are AI generated, which is kind of meh. Anyway, so here is our ICAO low E. That's fine. We've got that runway 26. We want to take off with flaps 5. Bleeds off engines 20K, whatever that means. That's probably our engine model. Anti-ice off. Wind direction, probably not much. We've got like 5 knots of wind. Let's just add that in as a component. It's like not very. What I want to do here is do this. Our ATOF, our actual takeoff weight is 52? Question mark? Might be that, right? And so here we have our V speeds. And so to enter them into our actual airspeed indicator works like this. Look! Yes! 132 knots is our V1 speed. Look. 134 knots is our V rotate. Probably right here, rather. Look, something like that. Hey! V2 speed. Like that. We want to set our... And this is kind of cool about using these non-glass instruments. Here we set up our IAS Mac, our auto speed, to 250 knots, and we can see that move. By the way, I'm not sure how well you're able to see the flickering of this. Why is this taking so long? Oh, come on. Go faster. I mean, come on. This is a $120 airplane, by the way, though. I mean, it's kind of overpriced. But anyway, look, look, look. We've got flashing CRT screen. It's flashing. Look. Yes. How can we select that? What does this do here? Pull to select. No idea. What does this do? Oh, this is our max speed, I think, here. Or is it? Not sure. Alright, anyway. Look at this. This is fine. So we now want to get this airplane ready for start. So what I'm going to do now is get the APU bleed on, turn on the isolation valve, so that works. Now, beautiful. Packs are off. So we've got that set up. It is now about time that we ask for pushback and startup. Maybe close the doors here. Right. So ground ops and remove doors. We'll close the doors. Remove the chocks. Close that. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Beautiful. Close the doors. Nice, nice. So this, I think, with GSX will be pretty much a whole lot better. So, Innsbruck Tower, hello again, Lufthansa 001, request pushback and startup. So here is the pushback, call tug.
Lufthansa 001, pushback and startup approved. Face east.
Push and shot approved, face east, Lufthansa 001. Beautiful, we're calling tug, that is sort of a progress. I wonder how tug arrives. I mean, here's a tug already. So what I want to do is make sure everything else is set up. Maybe turn our millibars to 1019 on the other display on the other instrument 2. Although we're not flying from the co-pilot seat, so it doesn't really make a difference. Okay, beautiful. Let's see. Come on. Where's the tug? Call tug. Connect. By the way, we're not running this thing with any add-ons. Just wanted to mention that. Start push.
Innsbruck Tower, good afternoon. Ironbird 11 established on AirNav runway 26. And we are 2.7 miles from Oscar Echo Juliet, passing 6,800 feet, descending to the minimum.
Ironbird 11, Innsbruck Tower, wind 055 at 3, runway 26, clear to land.
That was the parking brake that was an issue, it appears. All right. What the hell was that? All right, great. So the parking brake was actually set.
Cabin is ready for departure, Captain.
Thank you. Why is the ground power available? Shouldn't be available. We have got no GPU connected.
Ironbird 11, clear to land, runway 26. Thank you.
Land of Austria to the breathtaking beaches of Switzerland.
All right,
Yay.
so let's
I'm
go.
Georgina, your
Runway
flight
26
attendant,
is
and I'm thrilled
this
to be
one,
here
so we
with
will
my
now
fabulous crew.
make a left turn here onto the taxiway.
Our estimated
Nice.
flight time is 41
Or is this a
jelly
taxiway
beans,
line? No, it isn't. It's
cruising
just
at
a
19,000
mark.
cupcakes high.
Why is it
Now let's
pushing
talk
back so
safety, eh?
slowly? Go faster.
Fasten your seatbelt, insert
Go.
the tip into the buckle until it
Go
clicks,
faster
and
now.
to release it, just
Alright,
lift
so
the
this
buckle.
is Say Intentions
Easy,
with the
easy.
Skynet and everything, so we will actually see a plane come in, question mark. Oh, look, we've got some oil there on the startup. You guys just see that? We got a little bit of oil being
Don't
burned.
forget to secure your own mask
That's
so
kind
it
of
helps
nice.
others. In case of an emergency,
Great.
we have swim vests located under your seats. To use
Alright,
them,
why are we
pull
moving
them
back
out,
so
place them
slowly?
over
Hello,
your
sir?
head, and inflate by pulling the red tabs. We have
Let's see if
4
we've got some
emergency
traffic
exits
going
on
on,
737.
actually arriving.
2 at the front,
Yeah, this guy's
2 at the
arriving.
back.
This is the
Just
guy here
follow
on
the
Say
appropriate
Intentions.
signs
That's
to
really
exit,
cool.
okay?
So yeah, you guys can actually join my flights if you. It's. I think the Skynet is free. You can actually join the flights for free. We should maybe even do a landing competition on Say Intentions. On VATSIM, I wouldn't be able to do that because they would ban me. But Say Intentions said you can do it. They're very nice to me, although I'm not necessarily good of a pilot on their platform. Anyway, come on. We've got the slowest pushback in the world. I'm about to fall asleep. But hey, this is not a bad look at all. Alright, so let's take a look. Let's get the left engine started up. Let's pay close attention right now. I really want to see. Pay close attention because we just saw a little bit of like a cloud of oil smoke here show up. I don't want to miss the landing of this guy coming. Oh, I can see his strobe. Alright, so let's see. Oil. Okay. Come on, oil. Oil up! Where's the oil? Yes! Cloud of oil smoke! Nice! Alright, let's turn, I think, right? The pushback is absolutely too slow. The pushback is insanely slow. The pushback is useless. Stop push, please. What is it doing? Just turn me to the right. Alright, I still have the Microsoft Flight Simulator Integrated multiplayer turned on as well. But I want to see that landing of this guy. Alright, let's take a look at the landing. Honestly, I kind of want to do that now. So let's go into Showcase. This is the Microsoft Flight Sim traffic. We don't care about them. Let's go. But this is the guy on Say Intention that I think is landing. Maybe. Whoa. Here it is. Was it an Airbus A320? Or is it this one? Could be either. This might be just regular Microsoft Flight Sim like AI traffic. Oh, why can't I move? Huh? I cannot move. I can't move. Oh, now I can. Sorry. Oh my god. I am unable. This is the worst spotting in the world. Alright, lock in. Oh no, I missed the landing. I'm gonna. Oh, here it is. Okay, this AI traffic landed without landing gear. Great, stop. Alright, let's see. Is the tug disconnected, please? Disconnect. ASAP. Disconnect. Now. Alright, so you want to reverse thrust here. And move that way. Alright, let's put the flaps down to 5 degrees as told. Great. Oh my god. Brakes. Hello? Why are we stuck? We're stuck. I think the reverse thrust isn't very helpful. All right, here's some more traffic. Let's take a look at this guy landing. I think this might be say intentions. Yeah, this is probably say intentions. Never mind. This is the right one. So let's take a look. H330. Oh God, this is useless. All right, H330. Let's take a look at landing here. He did a go around. He very much did a go around. And there's more Microsoft flights in traffic, which is highly annoying. What the hell's going on here? Okay, he did a go around. That is what just happened? What in the Harry Potter? All right, I can't deal with this. Okay. It's Brook Tower, Lufthansa 001. We're on taxiway Alpha, ready for taxi. Oh, by the way, the flaps are set to 10 degrees instead of 5. Now, something I want to show you guys.
Ironbird 11, welcome to Innsbruck. Taxi to terminal via Alpha, monitor this frequency.
All right, might be him here. Okay, that hasn't necessarily. Something I want to something I find a bit odd here, by the way, is how the slats work.
And thank you, Innsbruck. Taxi to the terminal via Alpha and monitoring the frequency. Ironbird 11.
So now I find a bit odd here is the slats and how they look. Look. Why do the slats look like that? Is that normal? Because it looks a little bit broken. We're gonna have a look at it when the plane's actually in the air, but when you put the flaps up, it's a bit odd. Look, if I put the flaps up, it looks like this just disappears. I mean the slats. Look. Looks like this. But it might be realistic though. It's like one of those slats that come out like that. It's a very interesting look that I haven't seen before on the 737. Alright, so Lufthansa 001 ready for taxi. So that's how the slats come out. Anyway, what's also a bit odd is I think the texture isn't properly straight. Can you see how the 3 here compared to 7 and 7 is a little bit elevated? Innsbruck Tower, Lufthansa 001, request taxi to runway 26. Okay. Let's go ahead.
Lufthansa 001, taxi to runway 26 via Alpha Bravo.
Taxi runway 26 via Alpha Bravo, holding point Bravo, Lufthansa 006. 001. What? What did I just got a stroke there. By the way, this F-18 is highly annoying. Please get off. I don't want you to follow me now. Alright, so let's take a look.
Lufthansa 001, continue holding at Bravo. Advise when ready to proceed.
I'm ready to proceed, Lufthansa 001. Or what? Alright, by the way, this is the other guy who just landed.
Lufthansa 001, taxi to runway 26 via Alpha Bravo. Hold.
Taxi runway 26 via Alpha Bravo, hold short Bravo, Lufthansa 001. Okay, let's do it. F-18 is just chilling. Cedar Rapids. Alright. Kind of crashing through a little bit. That's fine. Let's go and set the flaps finally to 5. That. So we've got takeoff flaps. Let's turn on some of the landing lights here. Just, oh, we can do that like that. Oh, whoa. What was that? My friends have $120. I want to recheck that. So here, in order to turn on all the landing lights, we can just simply flip this switch. I just flipped the switch. It's low FPS, but I flipped the switch. Okay. You know, we can turn this on, Great. Let's turn off the APU because we can. Oh, by the way, while we're at it, please turn on the generators. Oh. Okay. Good. Great. So we got no loss of power. Let's turn on the hydraulics so that we've got flight control and not end up like the Swift Air. Alright, great. So here we are, moving. How are the flaps now at 20? I didn't set them to 20, I set them to 5. They're literally set to 5. Why does it say 20 now here in the menu? Can you see that? It's a little odd. Why is it now 15? Shouldn't be 15. Alright. So, runway 26. Why is there a Wright flyer taking off at Dude, I should turn off the Microsoft Flight Sim integrated multiplayer. There's a Wright flyer taking off at runway 26. And what I find very nice, and it's a little bit too over-exaggerated though, is the amount of wing flex we got. Like literally every single time we move, we've got an immense amount of wing flex. That might be a bit realistic. Once you see a 737 taxiing on the ground, there is a little bit of wing flex, but this thing turns into sort of like a bird. Can you see the amount of wing flex here? Alright. So, let's go ahead and see if everything is right. Let's turn on the flight directors and turn on LNAV, which should already be good. Yes. We want to climb to 12,000 feet for as I'm concerned. Yes, 12,000 feet. Make sure that is alright. So we're good. Nice. Auto alarm. Lufthansa 001, Brook Tower, holding point Alpha, runway 26, ready for departure. Should we have used Bravo? But where's Bravo? Oh, Bravo's right there. Oh, well, okay. We could have tacked it a bit forward.
Lufthansa 001, runway 26, winds 055 at 3, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 26, Lufthansa 01. Alright, everybody, are you guys ready? Because I am. I'm very ready. Trim is set to takeoff. We've got takeoff flaps. We've got, let's turn on all the lights now. Make this a disco ball. And I do like the fact that, once again, there's a little bit of, you know, flimmering going on here on the CRT screen. That's kind of cool. Got a fuel alert, although we've got 45% of fuel on board, which is a bit odd. Anyway, this is fine. Quantity test, maybe set that. Why is the fuel quantity 0? Fuel quantity is literally... Oh, no, it's 8. Alright, but that is 45% of fuel. Why does it give us a fuel warning then? Okay, all's fine now. Runway 26 is identified, and let's go full power.
Easy 207 request takeoff clearance.
Dude, get a better microphone.
1 second while I grab the paperwork.
What is the takeoff configuration alarm about? Got a little bit of shakiness going on. This airplane uses quite a lot of runway. Holy shoot. Why are we at 120? Oh my god, we're using the whole runway. Take off. Right flyer, leave the runway. Holy moly, we've used every single inch. Oh, please rotate. Fuck.
Oh my gosh, Captain Swiss 001. We have a situation in the cabin. One of our passengers. I think it's trying to impress his friends with some old school radio transmitter he brought on board. Pushback. I'm super worried about the interference it might cause. What should we do?
Hold on.
Lufthansa 001, contact departure. Easy 207, information Golf is current. Clear to Lugano via the Rattenberg 3 X-ray departure, runway 26, initial climb to Rook 12000, departure on 128.975 squawk 4262.
Squeeze.
I died. I've died. I've clearly died. Okay. Oh my god, what is the plane doing? Stop thinking so much. You're scaring. You should be flying faster. You've got auto throttle turned on. You should put Scheisse. Thinking. Simply. Hold up.
Why did you die, Squeeze?
I don't know why I died. Stop. Alright, let's hand fly the airplane for now.
Lufthansa 001, roger, continue as filed. Easy 207, say again.
God. Oh my god, oh my god, stop dying, stop dying! Have I done something wrong? Maybe the flight models? No, that's the legacy flight model. That might be the problem. Switch flight model now. Oh, because the flight model wasn't set to modern. That might be it. Oh, stop stalling. Shoot. What the hell? Contact departure 128.975, Lufthansa 001. What just happened on Watson, dude? What the fuck? Just absolute stall. Full power, full power, full power, full power, full power, full power. Stay flying. Stay flying. I'm hand flying. I'm unable to hand fly. Got control. We've got control. Trim down. Oh my god, the speed mode for some reason is putting this airplane to idle. The auto throttle's turned this airplane to idle. Turn off auto throttle. Full power. Alright. Vertical speed mode on. Autopilot engage. Why? Okay. Let's contact departure here. We want vectors. Innsbruck center 128.975. I think it was. Right? Yeah. 128.975, please. Yeah. Innsbruck radar, good day. Lufthansa 001. Innsbruck radar, good day. Lufthansa 001, 7,000 feet. Climbing to flight level 12,000 feet.
Lufthansa 001, thank you. Safe travel.
Yeah, safe travels. Alright, so, we've got a little bit of issues here. Lufthansa 001, we're at 7,000 feet, climbing to 12,000 feet, request direct to Brno. Come on, please identify us. Alright, the airplane is flying. Sort of.
Lufthansa 001, climb altitude 12,000. Unable to provide direct routing to Brno, refer to chart for navigation.
Climb 12,000 feet and request direct to waypoint Brno. Is the sim rate like at 1 million? Why is the sim rate so high? It feels like we're flying at lightning speed.
Lufthansa 001, climb altitude 12,000. Unable to provide direct routing to Brno, refer to chart for navigation.
Okay. Well,
all aircraft be advised, information hotel is now current QNH 1018.
Oh my god, the turbulence is crazy out here. Jesus Christ. So what is wrong with the sim rate, dude? This thing is like, the sim rate is crazy. I'm sorry about this very poor flighting. I think we are a bit too heavy. That might be the problem. Sim rate, please. How do I sim rate? I don't know. Sim rate increase, decrease is Okay, interesting. Good to know. Now that should be realistic. That feels a bit too slow. Alright. Anyway, we're flying above the Alpine Mountains. Sort of. And what we now want to do is finally use... What is the issue? What's the matter? We've got a cabin altitude warning. Holy moly, I'm just useless. Alright, set heading 17150, please. Set heading 150. Okay. Now. Okay. Okay. We've got F-18 intercepting. I need the autopilot to be on, and I need the autopilot to be reliable, okay? We're at 250 knots. We're okay. Autopilot is flying the plane finally without dying. That is good news. Alright. Let's continue our climbing. Let's set up cabin altitude here. Here it is. Flight out. Cabin altitude should be definitely a lot lower. Decrease.
1,000.
Doesn't work. Why doesn't the cabin altitude work? God damn it, I'm lost. I'm so cooked. Set the pressurization to manual and fully close the outflow valve. Okay, yes sir. Manual. Where? This. Manual. Close. Close. Oh, we're set to flight. Close. Is it that way? Oh, we need to turn on the bleeds. Oh, the packs, I mean. That might be the reason. Man, it's close. Help! We've lost it. We first need to do our navigation, though. Oh my god. Let's not crash into a mountain, by the way. Alright, all's fine, all's fine, all's fine. Routes. Okay, next should be Breno. Okay. Direct. I can't set that up. Ah. Alright, so let's go direct Breno. Alright, turn left.
1,000.
Make sure it works. Yes, that works. Alright, we just want to make sure that works. And then Eckpiece. Alright, slight inconveniences. Alright, nice. And then we want Naxav. Okay, we're good, we're good. We're setting up route, we're cooking. We're locked. I'm so locked in flying this plane now. We're okay. We just want to climb to 12,000 feet. We still have an altitude warning. Naxav. Alright, beautiful. Nice. Neck piece. Renta. Good. So the plane should fly itself now. Okay, 500 to altitude. Oh, 1,000 to altitude. Okay. Alright, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. Okay. We're cooking. We're cooked. Oh, are we cooked? No, we're not cooked. Okay, the cabin altitude is working now. We're not going to die. I think. Not sure. What does it say? Okay, all's fine. Look at that. We're doing totally good. We're doing great. Let's go direct Breno from here on, so we can, you know, release a little bit. Come on, airplane. I wish you were a little bit good. Okay, switch off the center fuel pumps. Why? What does that do? This on? Alright, we're now cooking. Let's see if the autothrottle finally works and doesn't actually... Like, that was the problem. The autothrottle... Alright, doesn't work. It's weird. Now it works. But it sets the autothrottle... I think the autothrottle isn't working because it sets the power to nearly idle. Which is why we furthermore crashed. We had no autothrottle. So, that's a little weird. Bit of a concern. Oh, come on. Go direct Breno, please. Now. Alright, I can do it like that, too. Come on. Stop turning left. Now. Okay. Stop turning that direction. Okay. You're fine. You're okay. We're now going to fly direct Breno. Okay, we're now flying above the Austrian mountains in our 737-500. So yeah, we kind of died there. I think maybe we were a bit overweight, but we could not survive this takeoff. That was pretty insane. Okay, let's see. We haven't got our squawk code set up for some reason. We might want to do that. Squawk is oh, here's my handwriting. Oh, where's my little smart piece of paper? 2425. 25. Let's set that to Tara as well. Plane is still flying. We're now overspeeding, in fact. Good. We're now... Is this working? Just wondering.
Release time, the S18.
Don't you dare go on Say Intention and start trolling me. 2425. That's good. Good. So we're overspeeding.
Easy 207, Innsbruck Tower. Say again.
Easy! Alright. Innsbruck radar, hello again. Lufthansa 001. Do you confirm you have me identified? Flight level 120?
Lufthansa 001. Negative, identified not established. Maintain flight level 120.
Okay, I am at flight level 120. You sure you don't have me identified? I'm squawking 2425. Alright, let's set the security to standard, by the way. I'm having huge issues with the autopilot. It's not really coherent. It's not turning. It's not working. Heading selector doesn't work. Even though it's on, it didn't turn. It's really odd. Look. It just won't turn. Hello? It turns very slowly. It's really weird. Huh. You're squawking 242. Oh. Well, I'm squawking the right one. Okay, I think they got me. Lufthansa 001, request climb.
Lufthansa 001. Say again your request, please.
Request climb, Lufthansa 001.
Lufthansa 001, climb flight level 190.
Climb 190, Lufthansa 001. Okay, let's climb now. So yes, everybody, I'm having a few issues here with this autopilot here, which is odd, like very odd. So far this plane could have been $60, and I would have said, wow, it's amazing. Which is bad. If your product can be, if you can imagine your product to be half as expensive as it actually is, you're in trouble. Do you know what I mean? A little weird. Just play spades on the iPad now. Tell them to put on LNAV. That's just cooked. Yeah, I can't. LNAV wouldn't really work, but I can turn it on now as we reach Breno soon. So something that doesn't work here is the speed mode. So we're 230 knots, right? We want to speed up to 270 to turn on auto throttle, which won't even arm at all now. Okay, so turn on auto throttle, 270 knots, which means go faster, definitely, and then turns the auto throttle to idle. So that is completely useless. Doesn't work for me. Maybe I've done something wrong, but I don't think that's auto throttle works. So we don't have auto throttle at all. So that's a bit of a shame. Right. So let's see, what kind of ad do we have now on Spades? What the hell are those Google ads, dude? Freaky ass. Great. Let's go gambling. Gambling on the 737. I like that. Alright, now we're flying very fast, very quick. Climbing to flight level 190. We're a bit too slow for climber. Let's go and set up the vertical speed here. Alright. So, beautiful. Let's set up auto throttle here. Try to do that again. No, auto throttle at to 274 knots, which is our speed right now. It's set the throttle to idle. This airplane is eventually going to kill itself, which is, it's odd. I don't know if anyone else is having these issues. Alright, so, put your house on the line here on the 737. Great. We should do gambling. Yeah, I don't know. So, situation report. We crashed on takeoff because we overran the runway by a lot. We didn't really speed up very much, and the plane wouldn't perform very well. We ended up taking off using slew mode, and the plane would stall itself out because the auto throttle is setting the airplane to idle power, which is weird. So, it's a bit goofy, ass. But the plane is now, we're over at Breno soon. There's a F-18 just intercepting us casually. But we're flying above the Alpine Mountains, and we're still alive. Somehow, somewhat. So hey, look, not bad. Death 001, not again, bruh. No, nothing's wrong, nothing's wrong. So here we are now, let's go and get rid of this here, this selection screen. Beautiful. Breno is right there. Let's set up LNAV, and it should be able to fly to Breno without any trouble if it were smart. Or we can just go direct ECPIS and just make sure nothing goes wrong. I do have a question, guys. I don't know if you guys are, oh my god, what kind of trajectory did it now do? Oh my god, that's gonna mess everything up. Alright, we're gonna continue with heading mode. It calculated the worst trajectory I've ever seen in my entire life. What the hell is it that now? What the hell is this? What? Alright, now we want Renta, and then I guess,
Make angle.
Whoa! Whoa!
Make angle.
Hey! Hey! Hey, that's quite excessive, don't you think, sir? Okay, alright. Nearly dying again. Alright, we want the Lucy 7 Papa arrival. So we're just going to simply set that up here. Arrival, runway, probably runway 1. Yep, so the IGS 01 approach, which is going to be very funny, very interesting. And the Lucy 7 Papa arrival. We're going to see how that goes. As you know, Lugano has the steepest IFR ILS approach in the world. So that's going to be pretty insane. Let's maybe try to set ECPIS as a direct again. Because maybe it didn't work last time. ECPIS. Nope, it does something weird. It sets a very odd direct here. Which makes no sense whatsoever. Great stuff. Why are we ascending so slowly? What's our ascent rate? Where's our vertical speed? Oh, wait, we are not slowly ascending. We're just slow in general. Alright, flying above the Alpine Mountains. So let's see if this airplane does ILS. So, yeah, this is kind of weird. When we go direct to a fix, you know, it does a weird trajectory to the right here somehow. Like a weird teardrop. I don't know if you're able to see it. It makes no sense, and it's odd. Look, when we do that again, that's the same thing. If we go direct NAXAF, it does the same. Why does it do that? No, it has, okay. Now, it does it again. Why does it do like a sort of a weird right turn? That's really weird. Alright, N1. Oh. Everybody, I think I've learned something new. Now, the reason why our auto throttle was doing weird stuff is because I didn't, I think, set it up properly. Let me turn on N1 mode. No idea what that means. Okay. There's literally no point getting this when you have PMDG unless you're mega into classic 737. Ah, fair enough. So, alright, we're now climbing still. We're doing okay. Our engines are running at full power, as it seems. And, yeah, plane is flying. We are gonna reach cruise out in a sec. I'm sorry for crashing twice. Right. So, great. Let's set up Luzil here. Great. Oh, no, it does like this weird thing here where it would turn the thing... that makes no sense. That's weird. Level change. Set level change to on. Oh, nothing is turned on now. Alright, now it's running the engines at idle power again, which is weird. Maybe set up the target speed to higher. Oh, it actually works now. Alright, weird. This is, quite strange now. Anyway, we're doing okay. We're flying the airplane. Everything's right.
Easy 207, Innsbruck Tower, welcome to Innsbruck. Taxi to stand 1 via Alpha stay on this frequency.
Alright, so Naxav is right there. Maybe turn right a little bit in order that we can somehow turn on the LNAV at some point. Everyone pretty much sets the engines to full power. Alright, that's the reason it worked. But I think we might be able to right now actually use speed mode because it works. The engines are actually now running at full power finally. This is definitely not a very high performance airplane though, by the way. We're flying here at full power and we are barely able to properly climb, to be honest. And actually properly gain speed. I think the reason why we overran in the first place is because this plane was full of humans. I mean, what is our performance now? We've got 52,000 maximum takeoff weight. We're at 8,000 kilograms under the minimum takeoff weight. What is PTEL? Is that our actual? P takeoff weight? Never heard of that expression before. Change of frequency. Oh my god, I'm actually on the wrong frequency. That's the reason why we just heard into tower. Interesting. It's 2128.975. Or we can just set that up myself. That's embarrassing now. We were talking to Innsbruck Tower the whole time. Alright, we're now at 19,000 feet. And I want to turn left soon, so let's turn LNAV. Let's hope that this airplane properly works and not messes us up. Alright, now we're at 340 knots or so. We're doing okay. I don't know what the autopilot is doing. Come on. Okay, too fast. I have no idea what it's doing. It's doing something weird now. I think it's doing a right turn. Like not obviously a right turn, but I think it's doing like a right orbit. This is completely hopeless. We try direct Renta at least. Yeah, it does something weird again. It does like this weird stuff. Maybe we're gonna have a fly. Innsbruck radar, hello. Lufthansa 001, flight level 190. Just hand flight, autopilot is cooked.
Lufthansa 001, Innsbruck radar identified.
Okay, so let's see. It's doing like right turns for no absolute reason. Was the Helios flight, was that a 737-500? So when will the Wing Airbus throttle come out? Well, we will see this year. We will definitely see. Alright, what in the world is this plane doing? I'm unable to use LNAV. Like, this trajectory that it's pulling is just weird. It's gonna have us, like, do orbits. We're gonna have to fly the airplane with heading mode. Alright, so
Lufthansa 001, Innsbruck radar. Expect the Log 7 Papa arrival. Expect to descend in about 5 minutes. Feel free to ask if you'd like it sooner. Expect the visual runway 19er approach into Lugano.
Okay, Lufthansa 001, expect the Luzil 7 Papa arrival and expect descent in 5 minutes and expect visual into runway 09er. Lufthansa 01. Okay, don't worry, no back angle or... Let's see if we're going to do a smooth landing. We're going to do a visual approach into runway 09er, which is probably going to be pretty crazy. 09er or 19er? Oh, sorry, I think it was 19er. Oops. I thought it was 09er for a second. Okay, runway 19er. Select that. Okay. Let's see how well that works. For some reason, we've just deleted Renta. That's weird. Route. Direct. For some reason I cannot select our next waypoint. It's gone. Which is very funny. Okay, let's go ahead and brief this departure a little bit. So we just got a runway change. It's gonna be pretty crazy to fly this plane here, by the way. Got a very short runway too. We're gonna need full power landing. Alright, so runway 19er, we still have that. I just wonder how the visual approach works. We might want to brief that, to be honest. Open charts. Approach runway 19, probably circle to land, to be honest. So we will probably do a circle to land here. So it's gonna be pretty crazy. Let's see how that goes. Or they will probably do. They'll. St. Andrews will cook up something because there's new weather now, so we got a runway change, which is fair. Okay, everybody, we're doing fine. Lufthansa 737 is still alive. There's the F-18 here. Hello, sir. I don't appreciate you being here very much, to be honest, but that's okay. Yeah, let's do it. You know, rock and roll, as they say. 737 flies okay. This is the second 737-500 for any flight simulator. Aerofly had it first for a while. Oh yeah. Was there really no 737-500 for FSX? I almost cannot believe that. That must be untrue. You know, that must be untrue. I'm pretty sure there must have been one. Alright, either way, we're doing okay. We're now flying fine. Yeah, we're still alive. That's a start. Yeah, okay, IXEG, but that was that a 500? Or was that a 300? I think the IXEG was a 300. I believe. Alright, gotta say it looks great though. So, yeah, it looks pretty good. The question is, what value do we expect from a plane that is at least theoretically $120? By the way, we might want to turn the pitot heats, Jesus. What value do we expect from a plane that is $120 theoretically? I'm saying theoretically because you can just buy it off a subscription, and I don't think anyone would fly this plane with a fully bought license. Everyone just will just do the subscription thing. But we expect lots and lots of things for $120. I mean, to be honest, one hyper detail. I mean, look, this is a plane that's by a new developer. They're trying, you know, they're not huge, and so I understand that, you know, the first step, it's like global airlines. You know, their first flight isn't competitive, isn't able to compete with their next flights. You know what I mean? So I kind of understand that this plane is not finished through, but some things I'm like, you know, we have a cockpit door that works, which is kind of okay for $120, but it doesn't work. Like, the code that he entered doesn't make a damn difference here on the 737-500. You know, so like gimmicky. You'd expect a plane like this to be gimmicky, right? Turn on train radar for descent. Terrain radar, you mean, not train radar. That might be useful. Look at that. That's a lot of terrain here. Makes sense because we're above a lot of terrain. Alright, looking good. We're now moving at a good airspeed here. What is our airspeed? Indicator airspeed is 338, but we want a destination to distance, transponder, destination ETA, maybe add a ground speed. We're at 439 knots of ground speed. That's pretty fast. We turn this into Mach. We're now at Mach 0.7. Look at that. Oh, I've turned off the auto throttle again. And it's like weird because like sometimes it doesn't work. Now it doesn't work anymore. Hello? Oh, auto throttle is disarmed. Hello, Armageddon. Armageddon. And yeah, okay, now the auto throttle is working. Weird. Okay. This doesn't look like that expensive of an add-on. $120 for a virtual plane is a lot. Yeah, fair enough. System should be at least semi-workable. Yeah, as you can see, I mean, I've already showed you this. I have a few minor issues flying this airplane that probably stem from me being an idiot, to be honest. But so if we set up Renta, okay, so this one, like if we set up LNAV, it'll do some random crap and just fly like crazy. Like, once again, that might be my issue, but I'm not able to fly this plane properly just yet. Speed of sound in an A3 4600. What are you talking about with your A3? Try to get the 600 airspeeds. Did it in a real flight sim in an A3 4600. No way. They should make it cheaper until it's fully released. To be honest, they have made it cheaper through their subscription model. You know. What? Come on, autopilot. So now don't mess up. I want you to fly nicely. Go. Level off. Fly level. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do an orbit now. You've got a route. I've got you tuned in. I've got the route tuned in. I don't know. Maybe the real 737-500 autopilot was shit like that. But what the hell? What you're doing? Seriously, what are you planning on doing? You're very well reached. What are you doing? What? You're supposed to turn left. Have I not done this properly? Is the LNAV not set to the GPS source or something like that? HSI map? No, it should work. Huh. Is it a course thing, maybe? No, it isn't. The course doesn't have any effect on us. Autopilotant. That's funny. I don't know. Does anyone have a fix? Because this plane will just do a bank. Like, we'll just probably orbit around for like a half hour. That's probably exactly what the plane's gonna do. And even if we try to go direct to the next waypoint, which is, let's try direct Luzul. Okay, execute. Will it do something? Will it do anything? Direct Luzul. Come on, LNAV. I think it's turning left. Soon. No, it's stuck at full bank. It's stuck at fullest bank. Ah. Okay. Heading mode it is. At least that works. Heading mode at least works. That's really odd, isn't it? You don't connect LNAV to GPS. To what have I connected it then? VR? But that's here. LNAV is connected to GPS automatically, isn't it?
Bank angle, bank angle. Bank angle, bank angle.
Oh, the fire extinguishers don't work. Oh no. Everybody, the F student has made this plane. The fire extinguishers have no function. This plane is not worth $120. Although, you know...
Lufthansa 001, cleared Love 7 Papa arrival into Lugano. When you're ready to begin your descent, descend, flight level 140.
Okay. Lufthansa 001 cleared to Luzi 7 Papa arrival and descend flight level 140. Okay, we're flying manual now. Womp womp. Everybody, the design is very human. The design is great. I want to go direct, please. Can we please set up the direct to Luzul? Because otherwise I'll lose it. Come on. Yes. Okay. Good. Set heading this way. Yeah. All right. So let's descend now. Flight level 140. I hope the auto throttle will keep up with that. Okay. So yes, it lacks features that you'd expect for this kind of theoretical price. I'm saying theoretically because, to be honest, this plane isn't $120. It's $5 per month. It's really it's hard to define it. But look, so yeah, so this isn't working. This is working. Stab trim. Oh, it is. So that does the trim for the autopilot. Just trying to find out what works and what worksn't. Well, let me see what else we can get here. What does this do? VOR, navigate, airport, waypoints, just to see what can this thing show. Not much for now. I want to turn lefter, please. Please turn lefter. And we're now at Mach 707. Look at that. Level change will descend. Keep your plane speed. I think it's now, actually, it's doing okay now. We could turn on flight level change mode, though. So this one. Let me turn it to, like, 337 knots. Great. Just do a manual approach. We will probably do that. It's just weird. We're gonna retry it in a sec. We're about to reach here this magenta line here, our flight plan line, our route line. We're gonna see if we are able to intercept that and actually turn on LNAV then, because we kind of need LNAV. I mean, we don't have an RNAV approach, you know, so it's okay. We're gonna fly it visually, so it doesn't really matter, you know. Yeah, just do a manual, yeah. At least the flight sim works. Hey, that's the start, to be honest. If you're wondering, guys, how did Twisted 1 manage to fix the flight sim? He reinstalled the BIOS. Well, he updated the BIOS software of my Tomahawk mainboard, and that somehow made the difference. Alright, flight level change mode is on, but it's not very coherent on changing flight level properly. Great. Now the plane is screaming at you. Wait, did you actually reinstall Windows? Yes, sir. That was actually... No, I didn't. No, wait, sorry. I didn't reinstall Windows. That would have sucked. I'm having a stroke now. Problem is, like, very warm outside. What's the temperature outside now? It's 24 degrees. Okay, it's not even that. Okay, it's not even that warm. But it's like relatively warm. And the problem is I don't have AC here, so it gets really hot. Okay, everybody, final try where we're gonna. Oh my God, get off! Let's see. Let's give the LNAV one more chance. Okay, little right turn here. The route is right there. Don't mess up. Flight director is actually showing you should turn to the left, but it's back at it again, doing a full right turn for eternity. Nope, I'm not falling for that trap again. Maybe I've done something wrong in the LNAV setup, but not even the flight director is saying that. Isn't that odd? Very weird. Anyway, we're now reaching flight level 140 very soon. And yeah, we're doing okay. It's kind of weird, really. Anyway, let's set up everything we need. Auto brake should be set to max. This is not a long runway at all. Right. So yeah, we're flying fast. We're flying as fast as the plane could ever go. Luzol arrival is right there. Let's maybe open the charts of the Luzol, just so that we've got that going. Let me get this off. How do I? All right, Luzol. There we go. Beautiful. So let's go. This is great because we actually have our course track here. We need 215 degrees here. Actually, we can maintain our heading here. So yeah, it is a bit odd. This autopilot really isn't very functional as I expected to. Luckily, we have this map here. But yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, lots of things that you'd expect to be functional do. Okay, that works. Can we do the fire extinguishers and the cargo hold work? The thing is this? Okay, it doesn't do anything. Oh, interesting. Also, is it normal that this plane doesn't actually show traffic? Because as you can see, there was an A330 here. This plane should have gone crazy. And we've got Tara on. And we've got traffic here. Or does this plane just simply not have traffic? The 737-500. That might be too. That might actually make sense. Interesting. No, the circuit breakers don't work. So overall, this plane is not worth $120, but it might be worth $5 a month. You now have 10 Russian spywares on this plane PC. There's lots to unpack regarding this add-on, to be honest. That's true. That is definitely for sure. Bad and overpriced. Okay. It's not necessarily the worst. Let's say what we got here. We've got the LSZA. Check that out a little bit. Oh, interesting. I can't select Z. I can't select anything now. LSZA now. A. Okay. Landing. Max flaps 40. Runway 19er. Great. A little bit of wind here. Great. Landing. What does that happen? What happens now? Great. Got overspeed warning. We're okay. Alright, let's see if we can now turn on LNAV at least. Or will the plane, like, crazily turn to the right for no reason? It will just be miserable. Yep, okay, we'll do that. Okay, let's continue our heading.
Lufthansa 001, cross BRL at flight level 120.
Cross BRL at flight level 120, Lufthansa 001. Okay, cross at flight level 120. Perfect. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Do we have a max speed? No, we don't. That's okay. So, next waypoint at level 120. So let's go and do that. Let's turn on flight level change. Okay. Yeah, so autopilot is a bit issues. Goofy ass 737. Well, at least, you know, we've got... Look, this plane doesn't start off bad right off the bat. We've got nice amounts of wing flex here, which is very nice, especially when you're flying above alpine mountains, or any mountains at all, that have turbulence, you know. I can hear another airplane. That was an F-18 passing by. Great. Okay, wonderful. Let's maybe listen into ATIS right now. Do we have a COM 2? That's ADF. Where's COM 2? COM? There's only COM 1. Interesting. Alright, about to reach 12,000 feet. So we're doing totally fine. Great. So, or is this the one? Does this thing have to... Does this thing have N2? This thing doesn't have COM 2. What? You're kidding. There's VHF 1. Oh, this is COM 2? Question mark? No. No, it stays off. Help!
Lufthansa 001, cross Zulu Alpha 631 at flight level 100.
Cross Zulu Alpha 631 at level 100, Lufthansa 001. What I like really much is how they have refined now their arrival. It's like cross at flight level 100. It's like very nice. Lower your airspeed. We don't need to. There's no max airspeed. We can fly in as fast as we want. Current set to management approach runway 01, followed by circling to runway 19. We will do a circling approach then. That will be very interesting. Right. So what I want is the localizer DME is, I think, 108.9. So we're gonna set that up now. Decimal 9. Great. So that should work. I think. At least. Terrain radar is on. VOR 88 is on too. Good. So we are flying our flight plan as we should. Let's do 215 degrees. This is worse than 727 Aerosucre. Huh. I can't wait for this landing though. This will be very interesting. I don't know. I think this is stuck. Why is this stuck? I think this might be stuck here. Anyway, we're now at 12,000 feet. We're doing very well. I would wonder if VR localizer works at all. This is just a bit of a trouble. So how do I, once again, how do I get... I really wonder, how do I get COM 2? We don't have a second COM. Yeah, this mod costs more than the flight sim, that's true. I think the Premium Deluxe version, the most expensive one, is $120. Which is interesting. It's an interesting thought process. Now we have another F-18 joining us through the Skynet of Say Intention, which is free. You're able to join it. I might want to make it a common thing for that to be announced. Maybe turn on engine anti-ice here. We're just gonna go well because we're flying through clouds over the Alpine Mountains, so you can never be too careful, right? Okay. So, let's see. We want 121.175. Just listening to ATIS.
Int 16. QNH 1018. Density altitude 2500 feet. Transition level 65. Arriving and departing runway 19er, advise on course heading, altitude, and if traffic service is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions.
Yeah.
Advise on initial contact. You have information India.
India.
Lugano Airport. Information India. 11200.
Something that's a little bit weird. This plane feels as though... Why is it going so fast now? Did I put the flaps out? Oh, I didn't. Why is suddenly the maximum speed has gone down drastically? Very interesting. How's that happen now? Now, I wanted to mention, I don't know, maybe it's because we've been flying this plane at full power. Oh my god, the landing gear's out. That's the reason why. The landing gear was out. That's the reason. Okay, that makes a bit of sense. Okay. Sorry. So, let's go ahead now and descend to... We can do that. Oh. So, yeah, that was the problem. We descended. No, we put out the landing gear, sadly. I know there's games on the iPad. We've already figured. Can I open the cockpit window? All right. Luckily enough, that's locked. All right. Do you know if you email any brand with adding YouTube or Instagram details, we can get 100% sponsorship? Trust me. What is that? Dude, this is just brain rotting me, to be honest. But we're doing okay. Alright. Hello, what the hell are you doing?
Lufthansa 001, traffic at your 12 o'clock, less than 1 mile, at flight level 120 generic.
I will let you know if we have it in sight, Lufthansa 001. Got traffic. Who's that? Is that the F-18?
Lufthansa 001, roger, report traffic in sight.
We don't have traffic on our TCAS. Maybe because our TCAS isn't working. We'll keep an eye out. Weird. Talking about weird, we just got a traffic announcement, although we don't see traffic here. Can anyone check this, please? Does the airplane have TCAS? Like, is it supposed to have TCAS, the 737-500? Because we don't see any TCAS here. We only see the transponder, which is Tara. Right? Should have traffic transmit and receive, right? Did the 737 really not have TCAS? Damn. Interesting. Anyway, look at
Lufthansa
this.
001, descend flight level 060, QNH 1018.
Sent flight level 1060, QNH 1018. Another 01. Alright, we can do it. We can do that very nicely. So turn on flight level change. Malware 001 might just be. Alright, there you go. Getting the engines to idle. We will soon make a turn to heading 287. Okay. Let's start a slow trajectory turn here now. It's a shame though that I just cannot get LNAV to work. If I tried to do that, it just wouldn't do anything. It would make a full right turn to some random location that I don't know what it is, but it always does a right turn. It's like trying to go to the Ender Dragon or something. I don't get it. You think the Boeing 737 was good for the price? Maybe not. Yes, Boeing 737-500 are equipped with TCAS. Specifically, they can be retrofitted with a Collins TCAS, according to Google. So it should have TCAS, this plane. Obviously, it's a plane that's still flying around. It's an airliner that's still flying around. It must have TCAS, to be honest. But it doesn't. So that's very interesting. I don't really get it.
Lufthansa 001, traffic at your 12 o'clock, 2 miles at flight level 10020N.
I don't have traffic in sight, Lufthansa 001. Should be right in front of me, the traffic. Oh. Traffic in sight, Lufthansa 001. That's an F-18. Okay. Great. Let's go ahead and avoid the traffic.
001, Roger. Maintain visual separation.
Okay. Maintain visual separation, Lufthansa 001. Alright, let's go full turn. Heading 287. So yeah, as it turns out, this plane does not have TCAS. Or at least I haven't found a way to activate it. To be honest, I haven't read. I've given this plane the benefit of the doubt. It might have it, but I haven't read. I haven't. Camera? What does camera do? No damn idea. But I haven't read the manual, so I might be wrong. But still, it's a bit odd. This airplane doesn't seem to have it. No, this is a 737-500. Do you know any good 737-200? Yeah, for X-Plane there's a good one. Huh. Odd. Highly odd. And you can see now the instruments are really shaking here. Can you see how much the instruments are shaking? Is that realistic? But I like how this plane feels. It feels like old. It feels like it's supposed to. Alright, let's descend flight level 060 soon. We have a little bit of time. But still. It's very odd. Oh my god, get off. Yeah, no TCAS, huh? Only terrain and weather. Oh. Whatever that means. What is this supposed to mean? Is that how the weather radar looks like? Okay. Well, we're still flying. Still happy and alive. LNAV turns right because of a different waypoint is before your next waypoint in the FMC. No. Look, if we try to go direct to our next waypoint, which is 631,
Tesco Roadman donated
one,
£1.99.
it wouldn't
Traffic
work
on
anyway.
Casas.
Right, so here's go direct to 631, right there. If we turn on LNAV, this is our next, we're going direct to 631 here, and it would turn right anyway. It would make a weird right turn for no reason. So like for some reason, like, I don't know, maybe it's selecting a wrong source, but I don't know which other source it would take. Oh, come on. So yeah, this is weird. Imagine the fuel runs out. Yeah, the fuel is running very low soon. What are VNAV and LNAV? It's practically lateral navigation. Lateral navigation is what you enter into your flight plan, and the plane follows what you've entered into the flight plan. VNAV is the same thing, but vertically, so it follows the altitudes. Very simple. But it doesn't really work here. I wonder if VNAV works at all. Hello, F-18. Alright. So yeah, little odd this thing here, huh? Little odd. It's intention is good to learn VATSIM. It's good to learn real life. It's great. Okay. We're getting ready for a landing soon. Why does the 737 have Sukhoi Superjet Artificial Horizon? I mean, this one, I think the Artificial Horizon, the backup one, is actually broken. It's actually generally funny. Maybe it's, I haven't turned it on or something, or haven't cased it properly, but it should work. But when we like bank, I don't think it turns. But we'll find that out now on approach. Let's go ahead and now descend to flight level 600. Flight level change, turn that on. And we want to definitely slow down to 250 knots before we do so. We will now do a crazy approach with a 737-500. But we'll do a little bit of circling approach. It'll be very interesting. Definitely hand flown. And I hope that we don't die like we did on the takeoff, because we genuinely crashed there. Swiss, if you had to pick between Windows or Linux, what would you pick? Windows, for sure. I've never used Linux properly. I've never used it for longer times. Are excited for the A320neo? I generally couldn't care less.
Nico Gamer 315.
Look, I mean, I don't have anything against it. I think A320 is a beautiful aircraft, but I'm tired of it now.
Say 320 neo.
I don't know. I know I'm going to stomp on your foot by saying this, but everyone is just flying the A320 and talking about the A320 all the time. I'm tired of the A320. It's an amazing airplane. I love the A320, but it's enough. Okay? In terms of the popularity of the flight sim, it's almost overrated. Everyone's just flying the A320 all the time. I know it's a great airplane. The Phoenix is amazing. But stop talking about it. Noob001. What's my issue? This plane costs 1 cent. Well, it costs $220. It's not bad, but it is not $120 good? Question mark. So let's just say question mark. I have to stop saying question marks. It's a weird expressions. It should fly me IRL. Like $120 is like that's how much a flight costs. Sometimes. That's how much 4 round trips cost on Ryanair. You know. But alright. We're now nicely losing speed, and we're gonna start descending soon. And when we start doing that, we can set our QNH to 1019, or I think, or 10. Where is it? I don't know where I noted it down. I noted it down somewhere. Oh, 1019, that's true. Okay. All is fine. Okay. Come on. Yeah, it might be a bit overpriced, so, what in the fuck is that plane? It's not that bad, dude. Calm down. Calm down. It's not that bad. Alright, so ZA631. It's right there. Maybe we can get LNAV to work now. Since we're literally on the magenta line. No, it's turning right for no reason. It's completely broken. No, don't turn right now. Don't turn right. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Fly as I'm telling you. I'm the captain now. Stop autopilot. Alright, now, landing lights are on. Oh, they've been on the whole time. Great. Although they don't work. Huh? Do the lights work? It's a little weird. Alright, beacon light is on too, right? Logo light? Huh. Wait. The lights don't work. Do they work at night? A little bit. But I expect I expect the lights to be quite a lot lightier. That's not very lighty. Beacon light sometimes turns on. That's okay. That's good. We've got nav lights, green and red, and some strobes here too. They're just quite low volume though, so you can't even see them at night. Hello, F-18. I think you can see them at night, I think. At daytime, I mean. So it doesn't... Yeah, maybe we need to work on the landing lights. They're not finished just yet, I feel like. But that's fine. We're doing okay. We're not going direct ZA632. Wonderful. Alright, 6,900 feet. I can't wait for the very adventurous arrival. Have you ever been on an aeroplane? Do you know that? Okay, come on. Why does the Wingflex have like 10 FPS? It might. No, but I think the Wingflex is okay. It's very low FPS, but that's probably because of resources, to be honest. I haven't really noticed any problems. So, you know, not bad at all.
Lufthansa 001, descend altitude 4,000, turn right, heading 020 vectors for the visual runway 19er approach.
Perfect. Vectors for the ILS 100 approach should ascend 4,000 feet and heading 020. Lufthansa 001. Perfect. We don't even need to bother with the autopilot now. Okay. This add-on is very embarrassing.
Lufthansa 001, negative. Descend altitude 4,000 feet. Turn right heading 020.
Roger. Descend 4,000 feet. Turn right heading 020. Lufthansa 01. I hope it doesn't crash us into mountains, because there's mountains that are a lot higher than we are now. So, let's see, say intentions. Please don't have us end up in a mountain, literally. Terrain radar is on. It should warn us of terrain. Okay. ATC running out of breath. Great. Okay. Why does your small altitude teller look like a cube? Which one? This one? Which one? Huh? This? How did it tell look like a... What? I'm confused. Alright, so... Yeah, considering the fact you could buy the A350 and the 727 to satisfy your retro fetish, how they justify... Alright, this plane is as much as the A350 and the 727 together. I haven't actually thought about that. Yeah, the value for money isn't the best here, to be honest, as of right now. Lufthansa 01 request, maintaining 6,000 feet. We need to separate between terrain. Because otherwise we're going to crash into terrain if we were to descend any more. Okay. So, come on. This is not overpriced. The real plane costs $80 million. Oh, shut up. It doesn't cost $80 million anymore. You get like it for
Tesco
for
Roadman
18.
donated £1.99. Zeno is broke.
Okay. Interesting stuff. He's not going to survive. I hope I am going to survive. Okay. Alright, Lufthansa. We can hear a very loud A330 in front of us. Oh wow, it's stormy outside. Jesus Christ, I can hear the rain. There's kind of a lot of rain going on. What's the weather? If you guys ever want to check weather, check windy.com. It's amazing. Obviously not sponsored. It's amazing. Check it out. Oh my God, look at it. What's coming over Frankfurt here? It's where I live. Oh! Oh no 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 no! Oh no 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 no! Oh, that's gonna eat me alive. Okay. Great. Altitude alert. That's fine. We're doing okay. We're heading 20020, so we're heading the opposite of the runway direction. Here is the Lugano airport. It's right there. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Windy is showing that we're cooked. Holy moly, where'd that come from now? That's pretty cooking. It's a very small cell, though. How's it moving? Right. Crazy. Crazy stuff. Oh, come on. Alright. That's not good. Okay, my friends of life. We will now butter this landing. What we like, I mean, at least the terrain radar seems to work pretty okay. We've got the Lake Garda, I think. No, this is Lugano Lake. This is Lake Lago di Garda. Something like that. Doesn't matter. Okay. So, I think we can get rid of this church because it's kind of useless now. We're just waiting for the next instruction to turn. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Wait, I gotta check out whether my windows are closed. Please start the airplane. I need to check my windows. Holy shit. It's coming down like crazy. It's coming down like crazy. Holy shit. Oh! It's hailing! It's like hailstorm! They listened too much to Kanye's new song. Look, I mean, generally this is a lot of trouble. Like, my car's gonna be cooked after this. Thank you very much. Alright, let's take a look. St. Engines hasn't noticed anything. We're doing okay. We are flying past here, kind of like a downwind situation, and then we're gonna come in for the landing. Jesus, it's crazy. Crazy hailstorm here. I'm glad I'm not outside. That would eat me alive. Holy moly. What is the what's the decibels on that? What's the decibels? I think you can hear. I have normally a good mic, but you can hear that tapping against the window. Look at that. What's the DBZ? 60 DBZ. Great. Great stuff. Okay, wonderful. Alright. Alright. Looking good. Doing fine. Do you hear this? Very cooked. Uh-oh. I can't do full power. Plane gonna go full power.
500. 100.
Great terrain warning system. It's absolutely useless.
1,000.
All right, maintain 6,000 feet, please. Maintain 6,000 feet. We need to go higher. Oh my God, we need to climb more. Holy shit, we nearly died. Oh, that's a funny joke. That's really an insider joke.
Lufthansa 001, turn left heading 360.
Tesco Roadman donated
Turn left heading 360,
£1.99. pence. EasyJet 001, smiley face emoji, smiley face emoji, smiley face emoji.
That's actually,
face
that's a
emoji,
joke for smart
smiley
people.
face emoji.
Because that happened on an EasyJet flight, A320, where the plane nearly collided with a mountain in Egypt. Jesus Christ. The weather is crazy. Whoa.
Lufthansa 001, 6 miles from the approach turn. Turn left heading 260 until established. Cleared for the visual runway 19er approach.
Okay, turn left heading 260 until established. Cleared for the ILS runway 19er approach. Lufthansa 001. Jesus Christ. So yeah, we've got no GPWS. Maybe the system isn't turned on. But I'm not believing that. I feel like the system is on. It's just that it's useless. Alright, 260.
Minimums.
Oh, now it works. Now it works. We've got minimums call outs. So it's odd that there are no terrain warnings. That is very odd. That is very odd. Okay, we can now start descending 4,000 feet. We need to descend quite a lot now. 4,000 feet, so flat level change right now. Or actually, we need to descend so quickly now, in fact. We might want to get speed mode on. Okay. Alright, vertical speed on. Full descent. We need this airplane to descend quickly as fuck. So, landing gear down. Speed check, landing gear down. Speed check, spotters up. And we will now see what the 737 can do. Okay. Look at that. We're now flying down like a rock. Oh, we can't actually... Oh, wait. No, never mind. We shouldn't descend this quickly. Because there's still mountains here. Okay, good. We're doing good. We're doing great, though. Maybe we can get the spoilers back. Let's go back to 250 knots, to be honest. I was maybe a little bit too early here on this crazy descent. Let's set maybe 220 knots. Oh, this takes forever to dial in the speeds here and stuff. Come on. Wait, did I lose internet for a second? Did I lose internet? Holy moly. Yeah, the weather is quite crazy. I hope lightning doesn't strike my studio here, because then I'm cooked. F-18, get off. Alright. The hail sounds like a Radley airframe. Dude, that's real. That's hail coming out from the other... From my real life. Okay, all's fine. Let's make a nice left turn here. Okay. So right there, we will descend into this valley here. Okay. Maybe get rid of this chart, please. So we will descend into this valley like that. Okay. Wonderful.
Lufthansa 001, contact Lugano Tower on 120.25.
120.25, bye-bye, Lufthansa 01. Come on. turn left. Start turning, man. Start turning. I need you to be responsive, okay?
Hours heading, altitude, and if traffic service is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Juliet.
That's the wrong frequency. Let's just contact Locarno, no? God damn it, what's the tower frequency of Lugano again? Problem is we got no terrain warning system, so... Okay. 119.7. That was the one. Oh, this takes forever. Come on. Okay, we're doing fine. Alright, let's start descending now. Very quickly. So... On a target day, Lufthansa 001, final approach runway 19er, full stop landing. Alright, let's see what you got, airplane. Let's see what you got. I want you to descend now. Quickly. Was that the right frequency?
Lufthansa 001, Grenchen radio. Runway 19er is confirmed for your full stop landing at Lugano Airport.
What? Or is that the wrong... Oh my god. That's the wrong frequency. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, I want you to descend now. Descend more. Descend more. Descend more. Descend more. Descend more. Oh my god. Alright, hand flying the plane now. It's absolutely useless. On a target day, Lufthansa 001, final approach runway 19er. Full stop landing. We're falling out of the skies now. Here's the airport.
Lufthansa 001, roger, continue as planned.
No, I want to talk... Oh my god, you're so fucking useless. Let's go. Alright, there you go. Why does this keep switching back to 119.7? Alright, I need to pause the flight sim. 120 decimal 25. What is it? 25. I didn't set that up properly. I'm sorry. Okay, let's try that again. Come on. There we go. Sorry. Alright. Gonna target day Lufthansa 001, final approach runway 19er, full stop landing. Okay, flaps checked. Speed check, flaps 15.
Lufthansa 001, Lugano Tower, winds 185 at 7. Runway 19er, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 19er, Lufthansa 001. Okay. Let's see how you do. Spoilers down. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Alright, right engine fail.
Bennett donated $9. Right engine fail.
Which is interesting because it fails some systems here. Let's see. Do we have a flight control? Oh my god, we've got yaw damper gone. We've got that gone. Oh god. Let's hope the flaps still come out. Alright, let's do it. Let's land. Is this thing running in slow motion, dude? Am I running at low sim rate? Seems too fast for 130 knots, right? Or maybe not. Okay, maybe this is right. Okay, let's see. We've got some issues here with our right engine, obviously. No, this is too fast. This is definitely 2 times sim rate. This is realistic. Alright, guys. Full power into the right end. Oh my god, you're dying. I'm dying. We're dead. We're cooked. This thing is dead. Full power. What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck? No, genuinely, what the fuck? I do not know. What went wrong here now? Left engine failure? No. Dude, you ruined my day, man. Honestly, alright, we're gonna have to fly this plane with idle power then. No, landing gear down.
Sink rate.
At least it comes down.
Sink rate.
I don't know, this is broken.
Sink rate.
Yeah, so the 737 cannot fly on one engine. Roger that. Good to know. Thanks for the information. Also, I can't put the spoilers down. Up. Now I can. Alright. Let's land this airplane, but not go too slow. We need to go full power on the left engine so it doesn't die. Great, great. Hey, look, great. This airplane cannot fly on a single engine.
Making sink rate minimums.
No, generally, why cannot this airplane fly on a single engine? What is wrong? What is wrong with the airplane?
Sink rate. Sink rate.
You gotta reuse rudder. Duh, I'm using rudder. So we're gonna maintain 150 knots, which is not possible to do. Okay? 150 knots is impossible to pursue. Let's do it very fast.
Sink rate. Sink rate. 500.
Am I doing something wrong? But how does this airplane die? We're running at very high power all the time. This thing loses speed like a rock. And we're now again at 130 knots. We need to go full power, use a bit of rudder to steer against it. Well, there's no way multi-engine airplane performs like that. Come on.
Minimums.
Alright, there you go.
Sink rate. 100.
CPIS callouts is nice.
50. 40. 30. Sink rate. 20. 10.
Oh my god. A bad landing. Alright, at least we're able to stop, right? Okay, at least that worked. I used flaps 40, too much drag. Alright, you know what, honestly, I might be actually the person causing this all, because yes, it's true, flaps 40 is a bit too...
Lufthansa 001, welcome to Lugano. Taxi to terminal via Mike Alpha, stay on this frequency.
Taxi terminal via Mike Alpha, Lufthansa 001, bye-bye, thank you. Maybe it is the 40 degrees of flaps. Maybe it is that. Womp, womp, womp. You know, that happens. You know, that just happens sometimes. Alright, so, flying this airplane on the left end, that was just a crap stream. We died on departure and arrival yet again. Mainly because I think we were overloaded the plane, but we didn't. We had 8,000 tons until we actually reached MTOV. So, bro got rage baited by 737. Oh, let's not crash into grass. Okay, great. So we've got that. Operational condition time, 1 hour and 20 minutes. Who actually uses the logbook? The logbook probably has like 1 million takeoffs in my logbook, but like 0 landings because I just keep crashing all the time. All right, let's see. We want Mike and then Alpha or something? Mike and Lima? Mike Alpha, I think it was. Mike Alpha. So here's the terminal. Right, so let's do that. Everybody, never use full flaps on a landing at an engine failure. Well, I'm not a multi-rated pilot or anything, so I wouldn't know. Anyway, sorry about this. That's park at spot 11. The rain has actually passed now, which is great. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. First of all, though, let's maybe shut down the airplane and secure it. Although, I mean, look, we've figured out a lot about this plane. This was kind of like the point of the stream. It wasn't to make a professional flight. We've figured out a lot about this airplane. I mean, first of all, the lights need to be improved. Right now, we've got all the lights on all the way. Okay? It just doesn't seem like it. These landing lights just don't seem on. Alright? That's kind of my point. Lights are too low. The circuit breakers obviously don't work. We don't have a fire suppression system, so none of the faders are really working at all. Which is a bit of a shame. We've got no TCAS. No traffic alert system. Which I thought this plane should have in real life. I'm not sure about that, though. But what I like to see is, I mean, the plane is starting off quite well. Look, we can test all the lights here, test that, test, you know, just test whether the lights actually work and stuff. So, like, it's not a bad start. It's just a big question. It's not worth $120, but we're definitely worth $5 a month. Do you know what I mean? Like, I probably wouldn't get it as a single-time purchase, but hey, oh, I turned off the APU. Fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Alright, let's turn off the engine now. Thank you guys so much for watching this beautiful live stream, everybody. And thanks for crashing into my plane. Test the alarms? Good question. At least that works. Hey. Hey, it works. Okay? That's very much expected. Alright. So thank you so much for watching this. Maybe see if the stall alarms work? Good question there. Stall alarm. Oh, CDSS? What is CDSS? Is that what may have done something? Flight recorder, reverser. Let's do this. Oh no! It's Melanie. No, wait. Oh no! The stall warning test doesn't work. Oh no. Good thing that you said that. Oh no, wait, sorry, the airplane is actually powered off because the APU is off. Maybe that's the reason it doesn't work. Sorry, wait, I'm sorry. Wait. Sorry. It might work. It might be because the APU power's off. Although I would feel like the stall warning should work on the batteries alone, but let's see. Test GPWS. Where do I test that? Where is the horn for that? That. Look, where's the GPWS callouts test? Shouldn't that be up here? GPWS? Where is it? By the way, this plane also, it doesn't have any alternate gear extension. Doesn't have alternate gear extension. And I think the free 737 Zebo for X-Plane has it. Might. Oh yeah, alright, so here's the GPWS, sorry. Alright, sure. Oh wait, let's maybe make sure that the systems are running. APU generator on. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh. What? System died. For some reason the APU died. Huh? The APU died. Weird. Oh wait, hold on. Aircraft options. Can we get the GPU connected to AZP? Alright, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about what I said. Chalk set. Okay. The reason why our alerts weren't working was because the power just wasn't working. So let's just get the GPU connected. Oh. Now it works again. Weird. Okay. Anyway, so this works now. Oh no. Doesn't. Huh? The APU keeps dying. Is it not able to provide enough power? Maybe it's the bleed air? APU just died again. Well, we can just turn to use ground power. Okay, ground power is connected. But ground power isn't working. Now it is. Okay. We've got ground power now connected. That should be sufficient. Nope. It doesn't do GPWS callouts. So this airplane isn't really... Okay, but the stall warnings work. Not bad. This. Nice. And the overspeed warning works too. Good. But something that doesn't work, I think, is the ground proximity warning. Although it's not in op. What a shame. APU started properly. The APU started properly. I don't know why I just died. Anyway, so this is good. Thank you guys so much for watching this test stream. I will now record a test video. I've had now enough impressions of what this airplane is. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's definitely not the worst at all. It's not bad. Hold it, dude. No. No, doesn't work. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night. Thank you guys.